the Tactical Business Coach. What's what we're doing? We're doing season 2, episode 3. I love this, dude. Today's mission is basically about authenticity. Authenticity and probably, I would say, balance. Wouldn't you say maybe? We're talking about AI. Talking about AI. Today's mission is to reclaim something that I think the business world is losing really fast, which has to do with authenticity. So here's the sit rep. Okay. AI has saturated the market. I can see it. I can feel it. Now that I have used it myself, I can see that other people are using it. And look, I think it's fantastic that we have a new thing, but it's getting a little saturated, right? Everything is looking exactly the same. Everything feels the same. Everyone's using the same captions. And guess what? It's all too fucking perfect. Stop it.
And when too many emojis.
Right.
Build on the emojis. We don't need that many emojis.
Oh, wait. Whoops. That's what I do. I love emojis. I love those bastards. But yes, I will. Okay, thank you for that. I will tone it down a little bit. I can still use them in my messages, right?
Yes, you can use emojis, just not like 50 or not like every emoji that was ever created known to man.
Okay. I don't do that.
Don't do that. No.
I do one in at least every message, but not more than 2. I try and keep it, right? I keep it 2, right? Yes, you can't use too many of them because you're right. It's too much. It's oversaturated. And then what happens is what? It feels like not you. Because I want to hear from people. I want to hear from humans. Remember, we even started this whole thing with we're selling ourselves. And if we start just depending on AI to write our things, to come up with things, to like deploy our things and maintain our things and all the shit, it's no longer even you. You're trying to make a buck and AI is going to help you do that. We're going to tell, at least people like me and her. We're consumers and we're going to be able to tell because we know the difference between remember phones. Remember phones before the iPhone
with the cord
before the iPhone. Not just even that. Just remember like Nokia. Right? Little digital like
game, little antenna.
Like yeah. Remember those?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then remember that we made that big transition to like iPhones. So sexy, right? It's huge. And but you see the point is that we can see the difference between like analog and digital. We know it and feel it. We can definitely now see the difference. It may be different now with generations, like generation Y, Z, whatever, because they're growing up with AI, so they not be able to tell the difference. But we're the consumers, and we can tell the difference. I can see it. It's starting to be everywhere. It's like, what's your input on this? Have you seen this everywhere? How do you use it?
Oh, I definitely use it. And I talk to a lot of clients about using it. And my phrase is you need to learn how to use it properly and responsibly. Keyword responsibly, because you can't, in my opinion, use it willy-nilly, and you can't use it thinking that it's going to be end all be all correct. You have to fact check it. It's not always correct. It is a robot, and it's all about what you put into it to get out of it what you want. And I think I'm seeing a lot of, the repetitiveness comes from when people say, write me an intro email. They're not putting in any sort of details of this is how I want it to sound. This is some key elements I want the letter to say. There's details that you put into it to make it unique, and people, they're not learning how to use it. So you're getting out the same stuff that everybody else on that top level are doing. And also just incorrect information. Just because it's a computer doesn't mean that it's right. I mean, I use a lot of AI sometimes for image generation for tools to make things faster and photo retouching. It is sometimes not there. It will retouch something of nightmares. Like if I want to extend a forest scene or an ocean background, it'll fill it in with arms and legs. That's not
so dumb.
Nobody wants to do that.
It's not there yet.
No, it's not. So we still have a long way to go, but I think that people assume that because it's technology, it's always correct. So they don't fact check it. They don't double check things. And so you could be sending out misinformation on top of not sounding authentic.
Right. Authenticity here. That's the responsibility because we're all trying to sell something, no matter what it is, whether it's us or a service or a product, we're all trying to sell something. And people I feel like they want to buy still authenticity, right?
Yes.
I mean, I can tell, first of all, let's go back. So probably about 8 and 9 months ago, I have plenty of people on LinkedIn that I connect with. And it's the individual that I can see, I can hear. And then fast forward 6 months ago or 6 months later, everybody sounds the same. And no matter how much you try and like ask the AI to say, hey, I want you to sound more like me, or I want it to be humorous. It's not. It's not. It's still a fucking robot. I can still tell.
Well, and I think that particular example is AI on top of AI, meaning the content written is from AI, and then the system in which it's being sent out is also AI. I personally, this is going to sound awful, if I get a contact and I accept them because we have mutual contacts, right? They seem like a good person to add to my network. And then I suddenly start getting messages every few days of, hi, I'm trying to solicit XYZ. Hey, just putting this at the top of your inbox. Block. Like, I already know that you're AI. You're not actively going in
Yes.
every day and
Yeah.
messaging me.
Yeah.
You're now sending me a message you did not write that is not you. You genuinely don't really want to connect with me. And now you're using an AI system to do the work for you. There's a time and place for it, but because of my industry and where I'm at, I understand how that's operating. You might be getting other connections or meetings set up using that process, but that's not me. I see through it. I want an authentic message from somebody that I can tell is written by a human being and that they literally took the time to write it. And
Yeah.
I know that
Do
that's
you
not
know?
always feasible, but
Yeah. Do you know why you want that? Oh, let me answer it. Is it okay if let me answer it?
please.
Because this is the coaching part of this. I hear constantly from people, and not in a bad way, not in a negative way, not in a naggy way, but when I talk to individuals, whether it's clients or colleagues, connections, that is exactly what they crave is connection from humans. Nobody. No, maybe there's going to be robots to help augment your daily life to make stuff and make it easier, but people crave connection, and you can sense that. You were literally talking, and I got a notification email, and it's fucking from AI. I can tell. I can tell, dude, because it's from like the same, like, hey, thanks, thanks for what you're doing on my channel, or they'll say, hey, Bad Coach Rex, and I'm like, first of all, that's not my name, so people don't talk that way. You know what I mean? Like nobody would address me that way. That's just the brand. You know what I mean? Like so.
Yes.
I know that you're already not human from like their subject line. So guess what? I don't want to make a connection with you because you're not human. We crave connection as people. We crave connections. And, as a coach, I'm telling you guys and girls, fuck, I keep saying guys and girls. I really mean just men and women. It's just a habit of mine. I said that
That's
once
fine.
and someone was like, I'm not a girl. I'm a woman. I'm like, all right, my bad.
Sometimes I'll say, hey, kids.
Yeah. Hey, men. Hey, men and women. It sounds so formal.
Hey, humans.
Just people in general. We'll just keep leaving it like that. People want connection. You will not get connection from AI. So they're craving leadership, right? They want someone who sounds like a real person with real conviction. And most of these things that are coming out are like templates, right? Do you feel that? Do you feel the template? Like just like that message I just got, as you were talking, it was like, hey, yes. Hey, Bad Coach Rex, or they'll say, hey, MFC for vets. I'm like, that's not how you greet a person. That's not. You're not even doing it right. You're not even doing AI right. So that's just part of the problem, I think, is the connection. What else do you see?
I see that people use it for everything. So I call it a tool in the toolbox, and you should use it. This goes back to appropriately. There's a time and a place to use it. You don't use it for everything. If you literally had a physical toolbox, you wouldn't use a hammer for everything or a screwdriver for everything. It's a tool that should be used to maybe speed up something that would take you longer to do. For example, often I will use it to write an email, but I've already drafted all of my notes of the points that I want to hit in the email. And I have a thread about that content, or to do a meeting agenda. If I'm going to go to a meeting and I have this agenda and it's all unorganized, I use AI. Hey, can you clean this up and put it in an organized manner? That's using it to be more efficient. I'm not using it going in and saying, hey, AI, I have this meeting. Create the agenda for me. What would we be talking about? AI doesn't know how to run my meeting. Like, so I think that people are relying on it too much to lead their lives and fix everything, when really it's just a tool that should be utilized at particular times.
Yeah, you're like it's like a hammer. You're just like using it for screws. You're using it to put up, drywall. You're using it to put up your
soundproofing equipment.
Like too soon, man. I still haven't put it up.
I was going to ask you if the sound noodles had gone up, but
they're not noodles. And I wish I could still show you what they look like. They look like a studio thing, the lines, the board, the bamboo, those things. That's what it looks like. Yes. It's like wood. It's like wood.
No, I know, but I just like the idea that they're sound noodles. I don't know why.
That would be way cheaper. I should have just done that. For y'all, I know you all know because I rant about it every time. My freaking neighbors are so loud. They just glonk, 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 glonk. I swear there's like elephants that live upstairs, and it's really a miracle that you don't hear them right now, or that they're not there right now. And I'm trying to soundproof my entire place, my entire condo, and I'm using this like soundproof like material, and I haven't put it up yet.
But it's thin
Put
and
it up.
narrow, so I call it noodles, which
Yeah,
is not accurate at all.
they're like this each piece is like this narrow, but it's like 9 feet long.
Yeah, like
So,
ceiling linguine.
yeah, it's going to be very awkward to put up, but I will get it done very soon. I'm not procrastinating. I'm waiting for the right time, the right moment.
To use the right tool, which is a hammer.
I'm waiting for AI to just, do it. And if you see, AI can't be there for everything. It's listen, we're losing our voice here. We're not literally, like we're literally losing our voices by handing everything over to AI. It's like, hey, do this for me, do that for me. Look, for real. They want you to do this. Okay. Those businesses, those AI people, the models, the people that invented it and are pushing it or selling it, they want you to do this. They want you to be dependent on it. Because what happens then? Guess what? The same thing that happens to me right now with my freaking Netflix account, with my HBO account, with my all these other software things that I'm now depending on. Guess what? I can't get rid of it. Right now, I'm in love with it, and they can just now jack up the price. And guess what? I have to do it because I'm now like attached to it. I'm all of my business, my personal is all intertwined with it so much that I now can't get rid of it. This is going to be one of those things also. So you either learn to just kind of use it to help augment and help, right? Just like Jess said, just maybe here and there, maybe just dress it up, just sprinkle a little bit to help you with it.
Oh, sprinkles.
Yeah, everyone loves sprinkles. Let's learn to just sprinkle AI on things, not use it completely.
Yes, and I think what you were talking, it made me think of the whole conversation around AI, that a lot of people fear it. So many people don't do certain things because they don't want AI having its information or having their information, etc. But here's the deal. If you use technology in any sort of way, I hate to tell you, they have your information. Your phone, if Siri is on, or any other smartphone that you have that has a device listening to you, Alexa, they're all listening to you. They all have all your data anyways. And I guess my feeling is that at the end of the day, do you want to be that person who was afraid of the computer and didn't want to learn the computer, and then at some point in their life had to, and then we're behind? Or do you want to do it little by little and use it sparingly and understand it? I feel like it's not going anywhere. And I think it's better to learn it now and start to utilize it versus being behind the curve. I know that there's a lot of different industries that are having this debate between experts and people that are very much like the Sneetches without stars. They're like, no, we're not going to use AI. And then there's Sneetches with stars on their bellies being like, yeah, let's use it. And there's this battle between it. But at the end of the day, it's not going anywhere. So I think it's better to learn it and understand it and incorporate it versus pretending like it's not going to go anywhere.
Right. I love that you brought that up, because that's a completely the other end of the spectrum that you and this is why we started this. Yes. Right? Balance, authenticity and balance. We can't just completely say, hey, this is dumb, I'm not going to use it at all, because guess what? The rest of y'all, like the other 90% of you, are not going to listen to this. You're going to use it in everything in all of your life whatsoever. And then when they jack up the price, or when they make it to where you it's a part of you, then there's no going back for you. But for the rest of you, the other 10%, where you're going to sprinkle it, you're going to learn about it, you're going to make it through here, and you're going to be able to sell, I think, more authentically. You'll be able to sell more authentically because it's your voice. It's you. It feels like you. Remember, we purchase things on feelings, on emotions, right? Most purchases are emotional. I'm not going to feel anything from this new AI-driven like narrative. I can't feel anything from it. I've tried. I've even, hey, show me a joke, and their jokes are very dry. They're dad jokes. They're just very like.
I mean, I do love dad jokes.
They could be funny, but it's not. I explain it kind of like comedians. There's all different types of comedians, and they're all funny in their own way. The AI is basically one type of comedian that you'd get bored of very easily if the comedian had to go up on stage and give its own set as an AI comedian. That's the same thing. when you incorporate it like that in your business, in your website, in your correspondence, in your meetings, in coming up with things, coming up with ideas, it's all going to feel the same. You may say, "Oh, this saved me so much time." Gosh, you know what? Have you ever seen that movie? There's a movie with Joaquin Phoenix, and he like falls in love with AI, this female looking AI thing entity. You remember? Do you remember it?
Yeah.
Okay. He has this relationship with it, right? He falls in love with it, right? And then he finds out later she's been fucking doing this with every other dude on the planet. And he's like, wait a minute, what? I thought you were just for me. This is exactly what the feeling that you're feeling right now. You think that it's making your content great and funny and cool and special. It's very still one dimensional, and it's doing and selling the same feeling, which is very vanilla, across the board to everyone. So it may be simple and easy for you, and it's great and it's new and it's a shiny penny, but it's giving that same penny to every single person. So if you go out, just go out and look at all the new websites that are coming out, all the content on LinkedIn, especially LinkedIn. That's why I like Facebook for authentic stuff, because people are as unprofessional and as inappropriate as they are. I still know it's people, because that's who we are. That's who we are as people. We're real. We fucking feel things. We want to make connections with real people. And on LinkedIn, if you go there, everybody's using it for their own, posts. Look at me. Look how fucking professional I am. Look how white bread I am. Look how, cookie cutter I am with everybody else. It looks all the same. And I'm like, I'm so bored of it. I'm tired of it. And that's why I'm not really pushing anything that I do there, because I like the other platforms. They feel more authentic. They feel more human. Is there AI in Facebook? Probably. I can see that they're trying to sell me shit. But I mean, the people that I connect with people on an emotional level, in an experience level, through struggle, through pain, through purpose, through moving forward, right? Through those goals, through coaching. I can't do that on the other side because it does feel very AI. What are you feeling?
And I think LinkedIn, and you're correct on that. I feel that LinkedIn is a good example of people using AI without a strategy. Just like any other tool, you need to have a strategy and implement it into the rest of your process. And I see a lot of people willy-nilly using AI because they just need to get it done, because I feel people often will put social media as a necessary evil, and it's a last minute afterthought of, oh, I didn't post this week, I got to get something out, let me just put something into AI, versus having a plan. What kind of content do I want to create in Q1 and Q2? Does that match my brand? What is my brand voice? What do I want to communicate? Making an overall strategy and using AI to properly
Every episode
my bird properly communicate.
Yeah.
And it is very, very common.
Right there is why this is so authentic, because we fuck up, dude. People screw up. That's how you know things are not, or is AI, because AI is so perfect. It's never going to like screw up, because it only knows ones and zeros. It only knows like professional. It only knows appropriate. People are not like that. We screw up sometimes. You can tell.
Yeah.
And if it's not, it doesn't feel like them. Like, I know Jess. I know.
And I have a hard time speaking English.
Yeah, but that's what makes you, man. That's what makes you. It makes you amazing. It's the little intricacies that create you, and that's what makes a connection with other people. It's not that you can't come across. No one's perfect, first of all. So when you try and come off as perfect, it comes off as fake. And you've seen those videos, right? So let's move on to the video stuff. What about, you ever seen these AI-driven videos? Dude, they really aren't there. They really aren't close. Yeah. So if you know, and everyone else can see that it's not real, besides maybe grandpa, who's like fucking 90, because he can barely see anything. Everyone else, I mean, who has like legit working eyes, you can tell that it's AI-driven video. We know that it's fake. You know that it's fake. Why do we still accept this? Why are we still liking this? Because I see it everywhere.
This is a hypothesis. I feel that it speaks more to the psychology of where we are as a culture, that we're so inundated with messaging and work. Let's be real. Our work now can follow us anywhere and everywhere with the smartphone. There is no longer just 8 to 5. You leave work and work is at the door, and you go home and you have your outside life. So when we go online and we see a video of something outrageous, like, I don't know, a dog in rubber ducky slippers bouncing around. Clearly, that's a real example. Yes, it's AI. And of course, I'm going to watch it because it's adorable. It makes me happy, right? Or there's a lot of AI videos of someone famous saying a certain thing. and it's to create drama. People like to stir the pot. And I think that we as a culture we feed off of that. It's no longer it's like a pastime. Does that make sense? That we now have found joy in weird places than places that we should normally find joy. That's really deep.
So deep.
I mean, if you want to take it like one step further, like
Let's go.
there's that, but AI is now infiltrating relationships where there's platforms and apps that you can sign up to have an AI relationship. And a study was actually done that younger generations said that they would much rather have a relationship with AI. They can handle their own personal needs and they get what they get emotionally, mentally out of this AI connection, and they don't have to deal with the bullshit of dating in the real world. I think that speaks volumes to where we are as a society and psychologically. Like, that's really messed up. So it's interesting. That's a different rabbit hole. But when it comes to video content, we are just absorbing content in a different way to find joy in different ways because we don't find joy the way we used to. That's my thought.
So if the generations, like our future generations, are using it, it looks like they're overusing it. So if they're going to overuse it, that tells us we should at least incorporate it. But we have to have the balance. We have to feel the balance out. Where do you think the balance is between not using it and overusing it? Let's say with like, so you were talking, you mentioned it before. I want to hear it again, what you were talking about. So explain to me,
a toolbox.
What would you use it for? Exactly how do you use it?
In my day-to-day, in my weekly life, I use it to clarify meeting agendas, to clean them up. I use them to write emails, often if they're too long, or if my brain is overworked and I can't compute a real sentence, I use it to create that email. I use it to write my blog posts, but I draft those blog posts with my own talking notes and put them in so I get out something that sounds the way I want it to sound. And then I edit it. I don't just copy paste it directly. I change things.
Okay, that's a good point, because I have a website too, and I have incorporated AI, and it tells me all the time, it's like, okay, hey, it's time for your weekly thing. And I've never used it. I'm like, dude, I don't like it. You fucking draw this out too long. Nobody wants to read all that shit. Too much information, man. Like, so I've never used it. Now, maybe that's me not training it to be, because I think that there's ways that you can train it to sound like you and what you want. And I don't want to go through all that. I don't want to do that, because I just sent out my monthly newsletter.
It.
Did you get it?
Yes.
Really? Have you seen it
at
all?
Yes.
Did you enjoy it at all?
Yes.
Of course. Well, you're in it, so obs. You're a little biased.
I was gonna say I loved it. I thought it was the best.
Your showcase did it. Of course you did. But no, besides that, like, it offered me something completely different. And I'm like, dude, there's got to be like pictures, videos, and cool things in that. So I just redid the whole thing and sent it out, because I just can't stand where it's at right now. It's just so talky. It's all that shit. But I do use it as in coaching. I do use it to like show me trends. Like, what are some trends? What are people utilizing coaching for? Because I'd like to keep up with people, and I don't see, hundreds of people a day or even a week. And I can't really gauge what I'm seeing based off of the few people that I see a week. I can only see so many people. So I use that to say, hey, show me some trends. Like, what are people interested in, or what are people seeing coaches for? Or what are people, what's troubling people? Like, and it's not thinking about it. It's using data and presenting it to me. And I think that is probably where we need to be when it comes to AIs. Because, dude, there's nothing better than a computer to just fucking gather all the data and present it to you in a paragraph. It's like, okay, here, by the way, people have been falling more into depression because of these three things. It's like, okay, cool. So now I can start concentrating a little bit more of my expertise in those areas, because I can expect possibly these types of issues to come up with clients. So that's what I use that for.
Yes. I have a lot of clients that use it as a springboard to help them create a visual or some sort of concept to give direction on what they visually see in their head, right? Sometimes people can see something in their mind, but they can't articulate what they're seeing. So I see people using AI as a way to get like a rough draft. Like instead of doodling on a napkin because maybe somebody's not good at drawing or sketching, they're able to use AI to create this concept that they can pass off to someone like me, a professional designer, or someone else to say, hey, this is what I'm thinking about. Not saying this is the end all be all, but this is what I'm trying to explain. And I think that that is very helpful. And I think it's the same way with text. It gives people a place to start to then edit and make their own. Because maybe, staring at a blank page can be very, very intimidating. But if you have something to work with, it makes it a little bit easier.
Yeah. And I think we've come up with a simple toolkit to help with just finding your authenticity and keeping it balanced, right? This is a 3-question check that keeps your content humanized, even if AI is going to help you build it a little bit. You want to go over this?
Yes.
Okay.
I love our toolboxes.
Yeah, because it's not just a fucking hammer, okay? AI is not just a hammer. It's a toolbox.
Yes.
Let's check it out.
So the first one is you need to ask yourself, does it sound like me? And when you say me, what is your brand? What's the tone of it? Are you trying to be professional? Are you trying to be fun? Is it polished? Do you normally sound when you write something? And how has the AI put it out?
I love that you mentioned it. I love that you said this because this falls right back into what I do, which is coaching. It's perfect because if you don't know, you need to start exploring, right? We talked about this in the last episode, which you'll see later. But if you watch these in order, I don't know.
You don't have to.
You don't have to.
Just watch us.
If you don't know who you are, if you can't launch your business, if you don't know exactly who you are, what you represent, what's your mission, what's your focus, and what are you going to stand for, like you need to know all these things. Once you know that, then you can start getting the sound of you, right? Who you are. So this is good. So if you're not sure exactly what that is, let's do some exploration, right? Hit us up in the comments. Let's see what you're about. I would love to hear who you are and what you think you sound like. Okay.
Yeah. And the next step of that is, does it sound like a machine wrote it? And often AI, if you don't give it enough information, it's very fluffy, right? It can just come out with a lot of jargon, a lot of ridiculousness. So maybe try putting in some bullet points, talking points. Is there a story that you want to tell? Is there some sort of stance you want to take? Is there a point you want to make? Outlining that even in some sort of, like I said, talking points can give AI a chance to actually output something positive for you to use.
Yeah, add a little bit of you in there, like your personal experience, right? Something emotional. Because like I said, we all either connect to struggle, we connect with motivation, we connect with success, right? A success story, something that you've connected with on another level with another individual. Like we love stories. People are story-driven individuals. And AI doesn't write very good real life-like stories. So we have stories. You just got to kick back and think about it. Look, I get put on the spot too sometimes, and I'm ready to roll with some content. And I'm like, okay, what would be a good story? I don't know. Shut up. Take some time, Rex. Just take a moment and think about it because you have a shit ton of stories, man. You've been alive for almost 49 years. Tomorrow it's going to be 49.
Almost. Happy early birthday.
49 years. Oh my God. You've been alive for so long, and you've got so much to contribute as far as storytelling. You just have to sit back and think about it. Even if you were completely out of stories, you have experiences with people. You've connected with people in your life. Put some of that in there.
Yeah. And I think that brings us to our next point is, does it create connection or is it just content? Even if for whatever crazy reason you're out of stories, you have to have an opinion about something. Yes. There's a reason that you're creating content. You can't just create content to just put it out there. Truly think about the message that you want to give. AI will ask you, do you want it longer? Do you want it shorter? Read it and see, is it over iterating? Is it repeating itself? Is it creating that connection that you want to create? Is it saying that funny joke? Is it being heartfelt? That is important because AI is not human. Remember? Yes. Artificial intelligence. That's what it stands for. Let's just say that right now.
Yes. I love that. Is a beautiful, beautiful point. We've got to call the thing. It's artificial. It's not real. And if you use it, it's going to be artificial. It's going to sound artificial. It's going to look artificial.
It's like watermelon flavoring. Watermelon flavoring
can be not
the same. It's not the same. Or maybe a watermelon Jolly Rancher is delicious. I mean, I'm going to eat it, but it's not the same as real watermelon.
No, it is exactly not. Just like an AI woman, it's not the same as a woman. Doesn't feel the same. Sorry. I mean, I don't know. Mom, Dad, I don't know.
It's okay. Remember, our parents don't watch this.
Yeah, asking for a friend. No, I
Asking
mean,
for a friend.
you see, number 3 is perfect, dude. You've got to create a connection. Okay, even when she said if the you can't just throw content out to throw it out. It's boring. It's lame. It's vanilla. Take a stand on something, right? If you take a stand on something, that because what you ultimately want to do is drive, right? You want to drive engagement. You want people to share. You want them to like. Maybe you even want them to dislike. Let's talk about this for a second. Guess what? When someone doesn't like your content, they're still a part of the algorithm. Okay.
Go ahead. Our brains are connected. I was just going to say that again, the purple cow factor. Not everyone's going to like you, and that's a good thing.
That's a good thing, because when you don't like our content, I want you to share that, because you're just adding to the algorithm. That means my content is just going to get spread out even more and more, no matter how. You could have 1 million people saying, you're fucking wrong, Rex, and you're stupid and you're dumb. I want it. Bring it. Bring it. It will get shown to 2 million people. This is exactly how it works. Okay, so take a stand on something. If you take a stance, AI is not going to. It's like, hey, it's like I'm a computer. I don't have an opinion on it. I just have facts. When you take an opinion on something, you're going to drive some, content. Either someone's going to help take your side, or they're going to be against it. And there's nothing wrong with that, because we all have opinions, and AI does not. It's artificial.
Yes, it's creating an opinion based on what you've put into it. And I feel like, because I say this anytime that I talk to somebody about AI, I truly feel in my heart of hearts, and one day, every time I'm on an interview about AI, someone could rerun it and be like, Jess was wrong. I do feel that as a society, we're always going to really appreciate and respect the true talent of a human being. Like, you can have music done by AI, but would you rather go to a concert to see an AI musician or singer, or would you rather go see Adele or your favorite band?
Right.
Like, nothing like the true talent of a human being, or being in a room and brainstorming. Like, when we got on a call and we brainstorm about marketing, that's way more fun and productive than us just being like, hey, Rex, this is what I put into AI. Check it out. Like,
yeah, lame. So, I don't want to talk about that.
I think that we're always going to have that, I hope, in our culture, or at least it's going to happen like way after you and I are dead, when society is taken over by robots.
Yeah, and eventually it will. But right now, let's enjoy it. Let's enjoy.
Now, before Wally comes.
And I think you and I are on the same page as this. And like I said, you have to take a side. Eventually, you have to take a side. Well, we are on the side of use it, but use it responsibly, and use it as a tool, not to replace you. Because guess what? It will replace you if you want it to replace you. And it won't be the best job either. It's going to make a very cookie cutter version of you. Look, if that's what you want, that's fine. If that's your brand, cookie cutter vanilla, boom, go for it. I'm sure plenty of people will love that, because plenty of people fall right in line. We're not telling you to, not use it or do use it. It can help. It has helped me. It has helped me, because I've learned how to use it, and I've learned to create a balance with AI. Once you can find that happy medium to help you, like, hey man, maybe you're not a writer. Like, I hate typing. Plus I get carpal tunnel fucking 3 sentences in, and I'm just like, oh, it hurts. And then I'll use the voice thing, and that, voice automation thing where it uses my voice, turns it into, letters.
Yeah.
Words, and then sentences eventually. But sometimes I will use AI and say, hey, like she said, I wrote this paragraph. I'll make it sound a little bit better. Depends on who my audience is, If I'm pitching something to somebody, I may not want to use exactly every word that I've made. Okay. I went to public school. All right.
Which there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong. Hey, nothing wrong with public school, guys, girls. Shoot, did it again. Guys and gals, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. See, I don't want to do that every time. It's too.
I think if you did it in an accent, it would be fine.
Ladies and gentlemen. Now it's saying like a little.
Yeah, but you can only say ladies and gentlemen in an accent and go straight back to the way you talk.
Okay. You're challenging me now.
Yes. But I think the element of AI is so daunting to people is because technology has so rapidly progressed in our timeline, but it's really no different than the computer coming out, or like we said in the beginning, smartphones from old phones, or Microsoft Word, Grammarly. Like, there's tons of different things that have come out that we're using every single day that have just become second nature to us.
Mm-hmm. Look, don't lose you. Don't lose yourself. Don't lose your voice. Especially if you're just starting out as an entrepreneur. It can be very easy to just get sucked down that, because everyone's trying to sell you AI right now. Everyone's trying to say, hey, I'm selling it, so use it. And It's not going anywhere. It's going to be everywhere. But we got to use it. It's just like drinking, man. You want to drink, but drink responsibly. Because when you overdo it, it's just going to lead to bad things. Bad things happen.
Or too many cookies.
Too many cookies, too much sugar is going to get you to be a real
Cookie monster.
overindulgent, bad habits, bad health types of things. It's the same thing. Let AI run your life, and it will, and you won't like the outcome. It's not going to be good. So remember, just run it through our toolkit, authenticity filter, right? Make sure it's you. Make sure it sounds like you, and just you're beautiful, man. You're beautiful and you're awesome when you're you. I've met so many people throughout my life, and the only thing that I really love is that everyone is so different. I love everybody, lefties, righties, and I don't mean left hand, right hand people. I mean like conservative.
But also those two.
We're all coexisting, truly coexisting here. You cannot have one without the other. This is how life is. So we're all very much different. But when we start becoming too much like everybody else, that's when there's a problem, right? We just start regurgitating the same stuff without using your own words, your own voices. It's the same when there needs to be a nice middle. If you find out deep down inside, this isn't a political thing, but if you find out deep down inside, and if you ask just one-on-one, you'll find out that everybody's a little bit of both here and there. It's the same with AI. We're all going to use it eventually. And it's being used, like you said, it's in our phones. My phone turns on automatically and just like starts listening. That's AI. I don't know why it's doing it. I didn't ask you to do it.
Oh, Siri is a nosy bitch.
Yeah. I start getting ads on Facebook and it's like, oh, hey, you wanted to see this? Here's more of it. I'm like, I didn't. But anyways, it's here. It's here and it's not going anywhere. So let's just be responsible. Because in a world just full of AI, the most disruptive thing you can be is human. So let's continue being human. Jess, you got anything to add?
I think that's a good note to leave on.
Yeah.
Be yourself.
Be yourself. Be you, because guess what? You are beautiful. Quick dance. Yeah, I love it. Look, this is the Tactical Business Coach with Coach Rex and Jess. Execute, execute, execute. Be careful with AI. We'll see you on the next mission. Yeah?
Yeah.